For the last 6 or 7 years, I've been doing a lot of bicycle riding. Essentially, since I finished my walk to Australia, most of my longer trips have been done by bicycle. Now, there have been a few hikes, like the TRO and a few other things, but most of my longer trips have been done by bicycle. And I really enjoy riding a bike, but maybe there's been a little bit too much of a good thing lately. The last few months back in Sweden, I've spent a lot of time rebuilding, renovating and updating older bikes and some newer projects. And as I was going to spend 3 months in Finland, I decided that maybe, just maybe, I needed to have a bit of time away from bicycles. I like riding them, and I've more or less ridden every day for the last few years at least. And I also have it as much of a hobby. I like working with mechanical stuff, practical, hands-on stuff. So I've done a lot of tinkering, a lot of fixing, and a lot of mucking about. But, you know the old saying, absence makes the heart grow fonder. So I decided I'd give myself 3 months, as I was going to be here in Finland anyway, and stay away from bikes for a little while. That basically means that there won't be a lot of bicycle content here on the channel in the next month or 2 or 3 actually. But don't worry, I mean, I realize that most of my followers that have been following me so far follow me because of the long distance travel, either by bike or by walking or something. So there'll be a lot of more bike stuff coming. As soon as I return back to Sweden, I'm going to continue with some of my renovations and my projects. I'm building a Kona Ute, a cargo bike that I'm going to make a little bit more off-road. I've got 3 90s Kona mountain bikes that I'm renovating in 3 very different styles. And I've got some of my more modern bikes still. I've still got my ice cream truck, and I still have my Kona Libra. So I still have a lot of stuff happening there. So as soon as I get back to Sweden, I'll be finishing some of those projects off, hoping to unload them because I don't need this many bikes. But also I want to get them finished to see how my thoughts and ideas actually work on the finished bikes. I'm not sure what my next long trip is going to be. For a long time, I've been planning to go to Australia next year and ride from Darwin to Perth. Unfortunately, it's really expensive to fly to Australia at the moment, so I'm just going to have to wait and see how the economics of everything work out, because if I go to Australia with the expense of travelling there, I probably want to stay there for at least, or very least 3 months. I probably want to stay 6 months, which might be difficult to pull off economically next year, especially as this year, having being here in Finland and working on my own project, not really earning a lot of money, learning a lot of new stuff, and it's really great, but I'm not really making a lot of money, not saving a lot of money. So I've got a few other ideas what might be happening. I'm not sure. One thing I will be doing here while I'm here is I'll be doing 1 or 2 camera reviews. This camera that I'm trying right now, I'll be reviewing that further on. I will be reviewing the new GoPro 12 with some media mod stuff and looking into some of my travel arrangements and trying to decide how I'm going to travel with my camera gear. It's been a constant change basically. For many, many years I've been changing what I travel with, and I haven't really found a good sort of a solution. I tend to go down to small camera stuff and then go up to bigger cameras because I'm not happy with the quality, and then I get lazy and I don't want to carry this big stuff and I don't use it because it's too complicated, and I end up with some smaller stuff, and then I'm not happy with the quality, so I get some bigger stuff. That's been going on more or less my whole life, as long as I've been traveling. It's gotten even worse now as I'm trying to produce more video content rather than just photos or still images. It's actually become even more complicated. I am looking at arranging my life such that I have a reasonably good quality video camera setup based at home and travel with much lighter gear. I've come to the realization that it's not so much the quality of the video, it is the content that's in it that makes it interesting for people to watch. I mean, I look at what I look online, and the content, what's happening, where you're going and what you're doing is what's most important. And that's what interests people to check out what I'm doing, I hope. But that's something that I'll have to see what happens in the future. Either way, for now, it's 3 months without bikes, but one of the things I will be doing those 3 months is walking a lot. Already, this last week, I've been walking a minimum of 20,000 steps a day. Not sure how long I'm going to be able to keep that up, because it's pretty time consuming, but keep watching and I'll let you know how it goes.